Welcome to the Friday Wrap for July 17th. And this week, of course, we're filming right at the Village Green, right where the concerts will be held tonight. Tonight's band is called Final Say. I just talked to the manager of it, the guy who was there from the beginning, named Rick Williams. He's a South Sider around Midway Airport. Looking forward to hearing about them. We've heard a lot of great things about them so far. This was one of the busiest weeks of the year, certainly. Actually, there was events going on every day this week, starting last Saturday when I attended a GOP family picnic in Wisconsin, actually for the GOP party in Wisconsin, in Janesville. Actually, it was at my daughter's boyfriend's dad's house. That was kind of neat. I really enjoyed talking to the guest speaker, U.S. Congressman Paul Ryan, especially learning from one of their state senators, Stephen Noss, who mentioned some of the things that they're doing up there, passing legislation to really helping out the taxpayers and the residents, including school choice. That's a big one, as well as they finally repealed the prevailing, or at least partially repealed, the prevailing wage law up there, which is really very pro-union, and it dramatically increases the cost of public projects up there. They're making a lot of progress, and I find it very inspirational to hear stories like that, and perhaps we can learn some things from our neighbors to the north. As far as village business, the village board meeting was held on Monday, where we unanimously recommended and directed staff to prepare a pre-annexation agreement for that 89th Street property, the enclave of homes there just east of Madison Street. That'll be done very shortly for a future vote. And also, we collected some ideas on how to standardize the procedures for the recruiting and nominating of some appointees in the future. Sorry, there might be a little bit of noise in the background as they're setting up for the concert. In addition, also this week, we had outside the boardroom, we also received a request from some residents in Burr Ridge near the St. Mark's Coptic Church regarding cleaning up their construction site, as well as improving some of the water retention, and the church is already making progress on that as we speak. In addition, this week, on Wednesday, I was Tuesday, I was at the Illinois Chamber of Commerce annual meeting. That was held downtown at the Palmer House. That too is excellent. ComEd sponsored the Edie Awards, which went to all the companies in Illinois. They got the awards who design, invest, build, and bring jobs, growth, and prosperity to Illinois. 5 companies were selected, including St. Nicholas Brewing Company, Horizon Pharma, Magid Glove and Safety Manufacturing, Practice Velocity, and Shops and Lofts at 47, downtown Chicago. The keynote speaker was Mr. Donnie Smith. He's the CEO and president of Tyson Foods. He gave us some pretty interesting statistics, pretty shocking actually. Tyson is actually a $40 billion company, one of the largest food processors in the world, and they are some of the surprising statistics, primarily, of chicken, beef, and pork. Some of the surprising statistics they gave us was that the percentage of their business, 40% of it, the largest percentage of the business, 40%, is actually from beef, not chicken. Global production will need to double by the year 2050. A new restaurant opens in China every 18 hours, and Americans spend only 6% of their income for food compared to Mexico, which is 25%, and India, 50%. On Wednesday, I played at the annual golf outing for the DuPage Mayors and Managers Conference. It was with several of my mayor colleagues, and even surprisingly ran into a friend of mine, a friend and client from Access Advisors. That was neat. This year I decided to be an outing golfer. This year, after about a 5-year hiatus, it was a perfect day, though my game certainly was far from it, but at least I had a few good shots. On Wednesday and Thursday, we had Public Works interviews, Public Works Director recruiting. The initial interviews of 6 candidates that were considered for the Public Works Director, Village Engineer, were conducted by me and trustees Al Paveza, as well as Guy Francis. We eventually, it was over the last 2 nights, 2 of the applicants were chosen to go to the final interview process with the board. That'll be coming up soon too. On Friday, this afternoon, I was actually at the Mayor Roundtable, hosted by U.S. Congressman Peter Roskam. It was his office is located at the DuPage Airport. Always enthusiastic about going up there, as I was joined by a room full of mayors stretching all the way from St. Charles and Elgin, etc., all the way down to here, so that the congressman could hear firsthand what's happening in our communities. And so he could give us an update as to what was going on in Washington regarding the Iran nuclear deal being pushed through by Obama and the Medicaid fraud rate, which is a staggering 12.7%. Give you a thing to compare that to. Visa's fraud rate is about 0.06%, but our Medicare fraud rate is 12.7%. Pretty scary. Thanks again for joining me. Hope you have a chance to make it to the concert. We had a sprinkle, but I think it's cleared up and we're going to have a great night. Thanks again for joining me. We'll see you next week.